Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. This your man, King Truth is Allah. Peace. Oh, man. You know, I apologize, pardon self, for having to address this street stuff with these fake dead rappers and uneducated rappers and uneducated wannabe gangsters, but two mama's boys to be that. It's distracting of, building on the lessons, but, I like to just add that, the gods and the earths over there and that make videos, I think like in Mega, for example, I see he started putting up, music, his music collection, which is all right. I think, y'all need to show more the people how to walk and talk with the knowledge, with mathematics and alphabet and the knowledge, how you apply, knowledge of self, to your everyday life, in your employment, in your entrepreneurship, in your scholarship, and raising your babies, raising your family, have you taught your parents? See what I'm saying? So, I'm striving to, be the 5%, be God, be the God, in this beef, in this conflict that I have, sometime, correction is needed, right? And so I'm going to address Faggaveli and FaggotyCent real quick. These dudes, I don't know if y'all hear or not, but, they like to call me snitch. I think I said something about this. They like to call me snitch, Faggaveli, which is, Tupac Shakur. Everybody's, talking about him today, him and Biggie, whatever, the beef, with him being shot and killed. He was not killed. He was not killed. He was not shot in New York in 94 in Quad Studios. He was, that's all fake. He faked that shooting. He faked that shooting to try to avoid and find leniency and mercy. Or he probably tried to die, fake his death then to avoid going to jail for rape. And so, he was shot in Las Vegas, but, the things he said, he was asking for that, the things he said, the things he was doing, the things he did, it seemed like he was asking to, to be hit, right? So, yeah, man. So, he's not dead. And, people may feel like him, oh, you snitching for clout. First, first people didn't believe me. But now that I keep, banging, they say, okay, well now I'm snitching, and I'm snitching for clout. I'm snitching for fame. I'm snitching for, this, that, and the third. Well, I just want to say, I'm not snitching. I'm not a snitch. Snitching is when you tell on somebody that you do something that you don't want to be found out, and that person tells, that person that, you with, like, your friend, your comrade, your associate, your business partner, your day one homie, your team, right? People that you get put on a team with, and you're supposed to keep it real, right? And so I have never been associated or affiliated with Faggaveli. Never been friends with him. I'm a naturally cool dude. I'm a cool person. I try not to beef, with nobody. Beef leads to violence. I don't, I know what violence do. I grew up around a lot of violence. In the street, people getting shot, robbed, and so I try not to engage, with violence, or do nothing that can lead people to get violent with me, right? And I don't want to get violent with nobody. So I be about peace, and I'm cool. And so I guess my energy, my vibe, made it seem, Faggaveli was, when he was out and about, he was trying to, come amongst me. He know where I live. He put up on the side of my house. I seen him, he's not that far he was not that far distance from me where I could not tell, it was him. So, but I'm not a snitch. And so now, he's alive and well in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I'm pretty sure Interscope JimmyIovine knows the address if they have to send money or route money to a bank somewhere near, or, have an old address. I think, Death Row may have an address. I don't think Miss Shakur is intentionally hiding in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I just think that's where they are. They just, trying to lay low, stay out the spotlight. So I don't think they're hiding. But Faggaveli, he wanted me. He wanted. He say his reason for revealing himself to me was so I could be some kind of hitter for him. That's what he say. He wanted me to hit for him. And so I'm like, so today in 2023, he revealed himself to me in 95, 96, 95, 96. He revealed himself to me, before and after he was shot. And I'm like, dude, what you want? What you heard I could rap, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What's the deal? And it was never he would never, he could never talk about what the deal was, right? Like, I can do this, I can do that, I can introduce you to this, you gotta have that. He was never about that. So now he tried to use me. He wanted to use me as some hit going against Baby Lane and them, the South Compton Crips, right? And I say, well, like, what gives you that impression? What have you heard? What have, you assumed by watching me or listening to me that I would be a hitter for you? Like, what make you think, what made you think that I would be interested in doing that for you? And so, and so I said, okay, I don't have no money. This 96, 95, whatever. 95, 96, 97. I said, okay, I don't have no money. And so if you, now, I was going to college. I was going to Wayne State. I was driving a car. But as far as I was living with people. And I'm like, okay, I don't have as much money as you, and you offer me some money. What you offer me to, do what you ask. And, it was never no money, that he could say that he had that, so I tried to explain to them, if you want a hit done, that hit's not free. Hits is cost money. You should pull up with a bag and say, check this out or whatever. And so he would never talk about money. I guess that's I guess he trying to avoid conspiracy. But I say what I'm supposed to drive to California on my own, use my own, find a gun, use my own gun, drive to California with my own gun, find Compton, ride around and find the South Compton Crips that shot you and get revenge for you for free, for nothing? Really? So, I say, man, that's crazy. And so, now this what I heard, this what he been saying. He's not dead. And one way to verify is you have to go like the police, kick his, if he don't want to come out, turn himself in peacefully and take a lie detector test, and you have to go in there, snatch him out of his house and make him force him to take a lie detector test. You see what I'm saying? I don't have the time to lie on a ninth grade dropout dude, I don't have the time. I'd really rather be doing something else. But this needs to be addressed, man. They think he keep calling me a snitch. And so now we go back to Quad Studios, and where he say, where, he wasn't shot, put on my IG a gun safety video where this this girl get in the car, shoot this dude in the head. It ain't fake. She shoot him in the head and he bleed, he start leaking. And, he lived, the comments on that video say, he lived. And, but Faggaveli says that, he was shot in the head twice, shot in the hand, shot in the thigh, and shot in the groin, or shot in the arm, shot in the groin, shot in the thigh, shot in the head 2 times. That's a lie. And then check out the hospital the next day. That's a lie. He wasn't shot at all in Quad. That's fake blood. He fake dude. I guess that's a sign of death row. He fake, he used fake blood to be a fake blood, right? But so to backtrack some, he was convicted of rape, right? He was accused of rape, right? And I was saying yesterday offline that the police, just didn't take him straight to jail. And so now you got to, look at the circumstances of him being interrogated. So now, we learn through, fictitious television shows like Law and Order, SVU. Then we learn through real, television shows, First 48 or whatever. And if so, the story is now a graphic version of what I heard. I can't verify this. I don't know the victim, but I heard that Tupac snatched her clothes off during that altercation in the Parker Meridian in the hotel in New York. He snatched her clothes off, and I guess she got raped by a couple dudes, and she was able to, run out the hotel room naked, and she ran to the lobby, to the front desk, and they gave her a blanket, and then they called the police for her. And I guess she waited at the front desk for the police to come, and they came. Now, now, the police, from my understanding, sometimes don't arrest people when a crime has been done or someone has been accused. Right now, she is accusing Tupac and Haitian Jack and I guess two other dudes or one other dude of raping her. Right, she is accusing them. And so when the police arrive, and sometimes they will ask the accused before arresting the accused, can they come in for questioning, right? So if Tupac and Haitian Jack was arrested on the scene right then and there, that means that the police could tell that a crime had been committed. Then they took them to the police station. Then they interrogated them. I guess some sex crime detectives, some detectives interrogated them. And from their interrogation and I guess how the hotel room looked, plus her statement, it was enough evidence to arrest and charge Tupac with rape, some form of rape, some form of sexual assault, some sex crime. He was charged based on the evidence the police got. Now, the police ain't gonna do that. If one lady, one person, and so this happened right away. She didn't wait 24 hours, 48 hours. She called the police right away, right? And so, he was charged, and he was arrested, he was booked, he was put in jail then, and then he, got a bond, and he bailed out, and he waited for a court trial. And so, he was out, and that's when he faked his shooting. But he called Haitian Jack a snitch, right? He say, same crime, same trial, picture what he said, right? And, people need to stop saying he fit snitching to the feds, this and the third. Rape ain't a federal crime. Jail ain't the feds. Jail got levels. You got a city jail, a county jail, a state jail, and a federal jail. You got the federal. It's federal crimes. Rape is not a federal crime. But niggas that don't know, they want to be street, say, he in the feds. But, he not in the feds. He in state jail, or county jail, or, city jail. So, Haitian ain't snitched to the feds. He was talking to the detectives. Now, the story I get is that Tupac told the detectives that Haitian did it. That Haitian raped a girl and this, that, and the third. He didn't do it. Haitian went in the other interrogation room and told the police something. I'm assuming, Tupac said, that we could have sex with that girl all together. He told us it was okay, right? And then it's some news report that say Haitian separated his case from Faggaveli's. And so that's why Tupac called him a snitch, because, he gave up some information. Now, you can't call nobody a snitch unless they telling the truth on you. So, whatever Haitian said about Faggaveli in that rape case, he must have told the truth. You see, but Faggaveli did the same thing, but, he must have tried to lie. That make Faggaveli a real snitch. And it is police reports out there that will tell you Faggaveli is telling on the other people that was in the hotel room that he said it was okay for them to rape that girl. So that make him a snitch. That makes him a snitch. That's a real snitch. And then you got the Vlad interview. Vlad interviewed the ambulance people that came to the Las Vegas Strip and put Tupac on the stretcher. And now they verified Suge was bleeding from the head. Faggaveli was shot. And they say on Vlad, they asked Faggaveli, who shot you? And, he gave him the middle. They said he gave him the middle finger. I've heard Suge say, he told, if you, get those EMT lie detector tests, I guess he knew who shot him. And, he told in the hospital, and I guess he told the police in the hospital. So that make Faggaveli a snitch. From my understanding, gang banging ain't supposed to snitch. Faggaveli was claiming mob Pyru when they jumped on Baby Lane. He told Baby Lane this mob Pyru. Mob Pyru, from what I understand, is a blood gang set, right? And so, so Tupac yelled that in the casino while they jumping on Baby Lane, this mob Pyru. And then, you ain't supposed to tell who shoots you, when it's gang violence. You ain't supposed to tell. They supposed to keep that all the way to the street. See what I'm saying? So that make him a real snitch. Me giving him up, learning where he is, what he really done, if he's really real or not, airing him out, banging on him, ain't snitching. I ain't down with no rapist. I ain't down with no fake gangbanger. I ain't down with no hater. I ain't down with no liar. Faggaveli is all these things, and, he may be homosexual or bisexual. And I ain't down with, some closeted man that hate everybody. Now, this is my assessment of Faggaveli. And that's why I keep calling him Faggaveli. Like I asked him a couple years ago or this year, nigga, do you like women? Why you ain't got a woman? Why you spending your days hating and plotting revenge? Why you ain't go get you a GED? Why you and your mama ain't go to school online from home? They collect royalties and publishing like a welfare system and set going on 20 plus years and don't want to get a GED, and they got he a 9th grade dropout, I think his mama a 6th grade dropout or 8th grade dropout or a 10th grade dropout, but they ain't finished school. And it's a shame. That is like some hot ghetto mess. And if America is too much for them, maybe they ought to leave, go to Africa, or Germany, or China somewhere, Australia. Why they still here? And he ain't dead. His mama ain't dead. If you really on the lam running from the law, why don't you really be on the lam and run from the law, right? So, yeah, that's, he's a real snitch. And, he started all the beef that has happened to him. He instigated, he's that stupid, right? FaggotyCent called me a snitch. I figured out why FaggotyCent keep calling me a snitch. Part of it is, he's slow. He can't follow fully. He don't follow all the way to, what I be saying in the street. He don't follow the streets. He don't follow the men. He, try to build his street cred off fully all the way. And so if you don't hear, he don't listen, he make up the part that he don't understand. And so, I be talking a lot outside in the street on my social media. You a snitch. Well, I'm not a snitch. He don't understand. He don't follow the complete story. He that slow, right? Yeah, I'm like, wow, they do. I say, oh, I see. And then that's one reason. The other reason he called me a snitch. He called me a snitch because he want the street people or the so-called to trust him so he can go back and snitch. You know, you know, he the real snitch, and he trying to put a snitch tag on me so he can go be the snitch. I say, this dude ain't funny, right? Then he's a real snitch. It is, I wish Irv and his brother Chris Lorenzo, Irv Gotti, Chris Lorenzo Gotti, Chris Gotti from Murder Inc. Records, the Inc. Records would, put out them pictures and videos of him, or just tell how he testified in a money laundering case. He testified. He don't know nothing about the money laundering, but he testified. And then he told the feds he believed it was them who shot him. Murder Inc. and Supreme Team ain't shot no FaggotyCent in the face. And Faggoty said, I'm a street nigga. If you a street nigga, you supposed to get revenge yourself. Streets is, lawless. Street is when you handle your business yourself, when a violation has been committed against you, you handle it yourself. You don't involve the police. That's somebody that's all the way street. To me, that's foolish. If you a victim of a crime, you've been violated, victim of a crime, you reserve the right to tell the police. If you doing something, if you slanging or something, and or doing some other crime and don't want to tell the police, then and you want justice, you're gonna have to, tell the police. I mean, you're gonna have to handle yourself. So, and so he confused the two. He don't understand. Right? He don't understand diversity. He don't understand, nothing. He'll, not so now his grandfather saying he a fourth grade dropout. He a fourth grade. I don't know if he, and they sound like little boys. You a snitch. No, I'm not your friend, dude. I ain't never been fair. I ain't never met these dudes. I ain't down. I'm not on their side. I'm not on your side to be keeping your indiscretion when you trying to diss me, when you trying to play me, when you trying to violate me, when you trying to insult me, when you trying to hurt me. I ain't gonna keep that and not say nothing back about you or to you. When I do it, I'm not a snitch. You a real life snitch. Got documents saying you didn't told on people, you wanted to be down with and people you was down with. So, y'all the real snitches. Y'all the real snitches. So, no, I know, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not a snitch. I don't appreciate them offlines out in the atmosphere calling me a snitch. I ain't no snitch. Y'all the real snitches. Yes, I've told the police on men that I was a victim of a crime. I was a victim of crimes by the same men I told on them. And I could have been doing something out to stay something. It ain't nobody been in what I was doing. If I was, I could have been selling drugs somewhere in another state, in another country, and they break in my house and I come back and tell the police. Then that ain't snitching. That ain't snitching. But I wasn't selling drugs, and I was a victim of a home invasion too. That's when nobody home, right? So, they don't know. They act like they don't know the difference. Y'all not me. Every situation is different. When you testify against somebody you want to be down with, or say you street or that done something to you and you was gang banging back, then you a snitch. That's real when you telling somebody you get in, go to jail with to save your own ass, which Faggaveli did, you a snitch. When you lose that beef, you started talking about you Ma Paru and you tell who shot you, tell the police what happened, you a snitch. You a snitch. You a real snitch. So, that's all I'm saying. I'm out. Peace.